Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome once again to Slice of Time, where we go back 25 years ago in professional wrestling, all the news, all the results. I am your co-host. I'm your host, Nate Maxon, and I have co-hosts this week, two of them, Mr. Archie Mitchell.
What's up, everybody?
And my brother Aaron.
Hello, everyone.
And this week we are going back to the cover date here. We go through the news. We extract all of said news from the Pro Wrestling Torch newsletter. And we're going back to this one is cover dated December the 28th, 1996. And that's where we're at. So I hope everybody out there is enjoying your holiday weekend. By the time this show goes up, I think it'll probably be Saturday. So it'll be Christmas is over. So we hope you had a great Christmas. And thank you very much for joining us.
Technically, that would make it Christmas Day, Nate.
Yes, Christmas Day. Maybe it'll be Sunday. I don't know. Maybe I will post it on Christmas Day. It's the only damn day I have to do anything anyway.
Right.
Friggin' retail. But anyway, we will start. Unless you guys have anything you want to talk about real quick.
Just me being angry at Aaron for throwing me out of his tournament.
You're not. It's a storyline.
No, I'm mad. I went out of my way to pick Shane Douglas, and you threw me out.
If you don't know what they're talking about, you have to join the We Can't Wrestle podcast Facebook group so you can participate in Aaron's tournaments that he puts up. There's an NWA championship tournament going on. Archie picked Shane Douglas, and Aaron kicked him out of the tournament because he threw the title down. So we'll see where that drama leads going forward. But join the group if you haven't yet. Please do, and we have a lot of fun there. So. All right, we'll start with the WWF here from 25 years ago. Again, like I said, not a lot of news necessarily this week, but we'll go through what we have here. The December 23rd Raw posted an all-time low rating for Monday night WWF Wrestling, drawing only a 1.5, rounding drop of 30 a week. So is everybody here?
Yeah, you skipped and I didn't hear anything else you said.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, sorry. What was the last thing you heard?
That they had a low rating.
Right, lowest rating.
Okay, yeah, so the rating was a 1.5, which I think if you think about it, that's better than the ratings that wrestling has on Monday nights and Wednesday nights and stuff today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was an all-time low at this point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They love that now.
Yes. Yeah, I love watching the two companies brag about their ratings now, and I just scoff. I'm like,
Tony Khan. I love AEW, but Tony Khan literally tweeted to Fox News and said, "You making fun of my ratings, but my show beat everything on Fox News this week." I'm like, but they're a news station. They have nothing wrestling on their channel. You know, what are you boasting?
Yeah, you're comparing apples and oranges.
You know, you're boasting an hour-long Joe Biden show while going up against AEW? Really? Yes. No.
It's like, oh yeah. My Rampage this week beat Yo Gabba Gabba, so
Right.
Which it probably didn't, but I was just saying.
Right, yeah.
Probably more people watching Yo Gabba Gabba than fucking Rampage, but go ahead, sorry.
It is funny. All right, so let's go into this. That was literally the only, I mean, there's like stuff on here about upcoming house shows and stuff, but we're not going to read through that. We'll read through the house shows when we get to them eventually. But so we'll head into WWF Raw, taped 12/16 in Tampa, Florida. It aired on the 23rd of December. The opening match, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Mark Marrow to retain the Intercontinental Championship. After the ring intro, Goldust and Marlena's music started, and he showed up in the crowd playing Mind Games with Hunter. So, you know, we're going into we're having the Goldust Hunter Hearst Helmsley feud here, which I'm not a big fan of, but
that's the DDP Johnny B. Bad feud of the WWF.
It dragged on way too long.
Yeah,
way too long.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, it goes all the way through fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They replayed Billy Gunn injuring his neck last week. McMahon said he had temporary partial paralysis and referred to his legitimate past neck injury that put him out of action before. Sonny came out and sat at ringside with McMahon. McMahon plugged that Sonny hosted MTV's Singled Out. Damn, going back in time and showed some footage. McMahon plugged the debut of Shotgun Saturday Night at the Mirage nightclub in Midtown Manhattan. He said highlights would air on Raw if viewers don't see it. Shotgun gives viewers another reason to tune into Raw to see highlights of the live Saturday show that isn't airing in most markets. That first few weeks of Shotgun's cool.
Yeah.
And then again, like we've discussed before, just like every other show, that it just becomes something they tape before Raw, and it just looks like Raw.
We're live from the Mirage nightclub. We're live from Penn Station. We're live from another nightclub. We're live from a bar. Terry Funk and Steve Austin beat the hell out of each other all over said bar. You know what I mean? To then, oh great, we're in an arena now with the fans that are staying later that just watch Raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yes.
yeah, it didn't feel the same way.
Rocky Maivia beat Salvatore Sincere. Salvatore Sincere. McMahon interviewed Sid. During Sid's ring intro, Ross talked about Sid winning the title by using a TV camera as a weapon. They showed Shawn Michaels watching the interview in a monitor backstage. Cybernetico and Peroth defeated the New Rockers. Let's see here. And Bret Hart beat Razor Ramon, and of course that's fake Razor Ramon. Then McMahon asked Michaels, who watched Bret's match from the back, what he thought of Bret's win. McMahon asked Michaels questions, and he'd only say, yeah. He then did his best to make McMahon feel uncomfortable before actually promoting his title match. He said he's prepared for anything. So a fairly uneventful episode of Monday Night Raw there from December 23rd, 96. Of course, like Archie said, it's Christmas week. They probably weren't expecting great ratings anyway. They probably weren't expecting ratings in the toilet, but that is what it is. These ratings were in the toilet. Modern ratings are down in the sewer. Just want to throw that out there again.
But it could have been worse. You could have had John Cena rolling a bowling ball at Alberto Del Rio down the aisle while they beat each other up with Christmas trees.
Yeah.
There have been worse episodes.
Yes, this is true. Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Anything in the past decade. I'm just saying, whatever.
Right.
All right. Aaron, anything on that Raw there? Or?
Yeah, it just sounds like a turkey. But
Yeah,
I mean, there ain't nobody watching, so why do something that nobody's going to see it anyway? So I understand it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
The World Wrestling Federation presents a Christmas turkey. All right. December 17th, the WWF Superstars taping. You got to love WWF TV tapings, the old school, like 4-hour fucking. December 17th in Daytona Beach, Florida, the WWF tape footage for Superstars. Aldo Montoya beat Mike Awesome in a dark tryout match for Awesome.
Jesus. Really?
Yeah.
Like, anybody in that building was like, I might not know who that guy is, but if you look at it, like how did Aldo Montoya beat that guy?
He didn't beat anybody else in the roster. He let him beat Mike Awesome.
Yeah. Well, at least it was a dark match, and obviously Mike never actually gets the signature anyway until after the invasion or during the invasion storyline 5 years later.
Right.
Mark Mero won a squash. He landed on his own head while attempting the Wild Thing finisher. Savio Vega beat Vader via countout. During the match when Vader set up the Vader bomb, fans chanted for a moonsault, and he told them to fuck off. He then missed the bomb 2 times in a row. Undertaker's music started playing and the lights flickered. Undertaker over the PA system started taunting Vader, saying, "See you at Rumble." Vader was so distracted and visibly shaken by the display that he wandered out of the ring and was counted out. I love that. Fuck off.
See you do a moonsault.
Yeah.
Superstars taping.
Right, yeah. This ain't a goddamn pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Phineas Godwin beat Stalker Barry Windham with a roll-up. Before the match, Justin Hawk Bradshaw offered to team with Windham, but Windham turned him down. Had he accepted, apparently it might have turned into a tag match. The crowd was pretty quiet during the match. After the match, Bradshaw joined Windham in beating up the Godwins, but Windham shoved Bradshaw for getting involved in his business and left before him.
So this is them getting ready to do the black.
We know where this is going.
Mm-hmm. And rest in peace, Jack Lanza, by the way.
Yes, R.I.P. Now, I've always wondered, was there any truth to Bradshaw actually being the nephew of Blackjack Lanza? Because that's what they hyped when they first joined forces, that it was the son of Blackjack Mulligan and the nephew of Lanza. I don't think, Aaron, you're saying no, so it was just BS, right?
Yeah, it was just a work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vader versus Savio match was redone. The ring announcer explained the immediate rematch by saying Savio Vega demanded a chance to beat Vader in the middle of the ring. Jim Cornette was at ringside for Vader, hit Savio with his tennis racket, but Savio came back on his own and slammed Vader. Vader returned to offense and successfully hit the Vader bomb. Then Undertaker's music played and Vader was again counted out.
In other words, Vince
Savio.
In other words, Vince McMahon said, "God damn it. God damn it. Make him do it again.
That's terrible.
Terrible. Let's make it even worse. Leon, fucking bastard. Make him get a body slam. Make him take a body slam."
You know what the crazy thing about that is? None of that sounds wrong.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He wants to roll that fucking turkey out. Slam him, Savio.
Steve Austin beat Jason Arndt and Eddie Jackie. Austin got a huge babyface pop. He gave Jackie a stun gun twice and then tagged in his partner. Bulldog came out. Oh, what's that?
Jason Arndt?
Jason A-R-N-D-T. Jason Arndt. Didn't he wind up being one of the what was the guy in the Mean Street Posse that was
Joey Abs?
Joey Abs. I think that's him.
I'd have to look
I believe.
That's just gonna be like Joey Arndt going over tonight.
British Bulldog came out and clotheslined Austin, and Arndt scored a quick 3-count upset. There apparently was an angle backstage where Austin badly beat up both Arndt and Jackie for embarrassing him on TV.
Yes, according to Wikipedia, Jason Arndt was Joey Abs.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that was him. He also wrestled as Venom or something, I believe.
Venom, and he wasn't trained by anybody apparently.
Was not trained.
He was trained in Omega Championship Wrestling, so the Hardy Boys got their mitts into him before he went into wrestling.
He wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't.
No.
He just kind of got screwed. I shouldn't say screwed, but like he got saddled with that gimmick, and that was going nowhere.
Yeah.
But after you're Joey Abs, here's Joey Abs.
He was better than Pete Gas and the other guy, what was it, Rodney?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the purpose, because those guys weren't wrestlers, and they're like, oh, let's put abs with them or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like a Spirit Squad type situation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're in the Mean Street Posse, what else are you going to do after that?
It's all down from there.
Yeah.
Goldust beat Leaf Cassidy. Hunter came to ringside and ripped on Goldust over the house mic. He accused Goldust of not being a man. The match itself was competitive before Goldust won with his finisher. Goldust carried Marlena to the back. Farouk beat Alex the Pug Porto. Kevin Kelly interviewed Sid, got a good pop. Sid screamed about Sid screamed about facing Michaels. That's a good, accurate description of a Sid promo. At the Rumble, he said Sean was talking about Sid having to prove he is the man, but responded, I'm already the man. Flash Funk beat Salvatore Sincere. Hunter Hearst Helmsley beat Freddie Joe Floyd. Jim Ross introduced Mil Mascaras to the crowd, which got almost no response.
Right.
Jim Cornette came out and belittled Mascaras. Phil LaFon and Doug Furnace beat Peter.
I'm sure he was looking forward to. Yeah, like
Yeah.
And we want you to go out there and make fun of Mil Mascaras.
Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that. You need us to tell you anything to say? Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I got this.
Furnace and LaFon beat Piros and Cybernetico via DQ. The Sultan with Bob Backlund and Iron Sheik beat Matt Hardy. Fan was ejected from the building for falling over the railing when he leaned too far to yell at Backlund. The crowd went nuts laughing at the big guy in the Grateful Dead T-shirt as he was escorted away.
Can only imagine.
That's wrestling.
Yep. We're about halfway through the night. That guy was probably fucking hammered.
Probably annoying the entire night. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
probably annoying the entire night, and then his big ass fell over the railing, and the entire building was like, like nobody tried to help him.
Yeah.
Like if somebody fell over like a thing like a basketball game or something, people might be like, "Oh man, you need some help." Wrestling fans are just like,
Putts.
Yeah,
You big putts.
probably some kind of chant. Like, you fat fuck. You fat fuck.
Meanwhile, Bob Backlund just sitting there going, "What happened?"
Yeah. Procure him from the building.
Oh,
The
wrestling fans, they're fun.
The Undertaker beat the Goon. Jim Cornette yelled at the Goon.
Oh God.
Jim Cornette yelled at the Undertaker over a house mic from the broadcast table near the back. The lights went out, and Cornette continued to rip on Undertaker, calling him a chicken. When the lights came back on, Taker was standing behind Cornette. Undertaker tombstone Cornette in the ring and put him in the body bag. Several WWF executives and referees helped carry the bag away. What's that?
That was it for him.
Yeah, effectively, he became just a commentator at that point after this. Pretty much all of his Bulldog and Owen didn't have a manager after he was done.
I don't think they had. Well, they had Clarence for a little bit.
Oh yeah, and then Vader went to Paul Bearer.
Yeah, that's all he really had. So yeah, this was effectively them burying Jim Cornette as a manager
on a Superstars taping.
Yeah.
Kevin Kelly interviewed Bret Hart, who talked about Austin, criticizing him for beating up two guys in the back. He called Austin a lowlife. Piros and Cybernetico on a squash. Akam Albrecht beat Dr. X, which Akam Albrecht is Brachus.
I was going to ask, how was that?
Dr. X is probably Steve Lombardi.
Probably.
No. Wasn't it Jim Neidhart?
That's who.
That's who.
What?
Oh, I thought he was both. Okay.
How?
I don't know.
Why? Honky Tonk Man was back at the broadcast booth doing commentary. Bret beat the Sultan via disqualification when Iron Sheik tripped Bret coming off the ropes. Austin then came out and clipped him and gave him the stun gun. He then put Bret's leg in a chair and came down on it a la the Brian Pillman incident. Austin appeared to hurt his own ankle in the process as he limped out of the ring and didn't wrestle as scheduled later that night. The crowd continued to cheer Austin like mad. So here we see Austin's catching on. Kevin Kelly interviewed Ahmed regarding Farouk. Interviewed Ahmed regarding Farouk regarding their match, quote unquote, a week from now at the Royal Rumble. He talked about the fans being his people, and nobody probably even understood that. Rocky Maivia beat Dr. X. Goldust beat the Executioner.
Steve Lombardi.
Yeah.
Steve Lombardi.
Yeah.
He's working with the young guys. Yeah, it's Steve Lombardi.
Goldust beat the Executioner. After the match, Paul Bearer hit Executioner with an urn and left him lying, which this is the end for Terry Gordy here.
Yep.
Goldust followed Bearer down the aisle. He rubbed his chest provocatively, causing Bearer to waddle away faster. What a fantastic description. All right. Let's see here. Hunter Hearst Helmsley beat Ahmed Johnson via disqualification. In the dark main event, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker beat Mankind and Vader. Bret Hart and Austin were supposed to also be in this scheduled six-man match, but Bret was injured, quote-unquote, in the angle earlier, and Austin appeared to be injured for real. Michaels pinned Mankind after escaping the mandible claw and hitting chin music. And the only note from here is Marty Jannetty was at the tapings but did not wrestle. So,
which means Marty Jannetty was inebriated.
Yeah.
Or murdering
yes.
somebody. Or murdering somebody.
Yeah.
I was out back by a dumpster, and
that dude's crazy, man. Like, just fucking batshit crazy, Marty Jannetty. Weirdest thing he ever did was when he was talking about that girl he thought might have been his daughter, and he was like, I hope it's not. Maybe he could hook up. What? What's wrong with you, Marty Jannetty?
I am sorry. I was totally distracted by this. You guys are going to fucking love this.
Okay.
We're going into WCW here, and the reason I said I was distracted was I was looking to see if there was any actual like news, which I didn't think there was earlier, but I missed something. So really, all we will have here for the WCW section this week is a house show report and Nitro. Okay,
all right.
Not really any news. However, this is fun. Are you ready for this? I bet this is one you haven't heard before. Diamond Dallas Page this week held his annual Christmas party.
Oh, I know what this is.
The former WCW wrestler known as Van Hammer,
I know what this is,
showed up and began to complain about not having a job. As the story goes, he insulted the small Mexican wrestlers, and then he said something to Steve Regal about the European wrestlers. Regal dropped Van Hammer with 2 headbutts.
Yep. I knew about that. I didn't know it was going to be in the torch, but yeah. Regal fucked up Van Hammer, DDP's fucking boudoir or whatever.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
Like, Regal talks about it in this book. Like, this is when he was, like, drinking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like good, freaking good, but you know what I mean? Like, when he was drinking heavy or whatever, and he just had enough of it. Like, he said if he wouldn't have been hammered, he probably would have, like, basically said if he wouldn't have been hammered, he probably would have just, like, backhanded him or said something like, told him to shut the fuck up or whatever, but he'd been getting his drink on, just had enough of this guy, and just butted him twice.
I just picture Van Hammer falling into the cheese tray.
Or the tree.
Right.
In the tree.
Bam, bam.
What'd I do? What'd I do?
And then all the Mexican wrestlers like, yeah.
The only thing that make it better is if like Kevin Nash or Scott Hall were there. You know they'd have something to say.
Yes. Well, here we go. Monday Nitro live. Oh, go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
And I'm just gonna say this. Everybody knows my feelings for Van Hammer. So I never met William Regal, but I appreciate him headbutting that son of a bitch. I mean, for one, he's a shit human being. And I don't know if you guys know about Van Hammer's legal shit or whatever.
Yeah, he's a dirtbag.
Yeah, he got drunk and like hit a little girl with his car and shit. Like, he's a piece of shit. But yeah, I remember reading about that fucking Steve Regal just bam, right? It's just so funny to think of because it was quick, it was sudden, and that fucker had no idea it was coming. And then he's got to get up and leave. You know, like he can't.
Yeah, he walks out like Vince McMahon on Wrestling with Shadows.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. He's like, you don't got a job, and now you don't even get a present.
And look, now you're bleeding from your eyeball.
Yeah,
look at you.
Nobody's helping him up.
As he's walking to the door, DDP has his arm around, like, just get out of here, Hammer.
Yeah,
like, you'll talk to Eric about me getting a job. Just get out of here, Hammer.
Just go, brother. Just go. A few years, I'll have a yoga. We can help you out.
Yeah, right.
Well, Monday night.
He joins the flock after that, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. He's
So
with
he doesn't get a job
God.
again.
He's with WCW till like 2000 because he's in the freaking Misfits in Action too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This idiot, this fucking bumfuck, he got mad. They ended up calling him Major Stash or whatever. They were
Yeah.
going to call him Private Stash. Like Vince Russo was like, "You're going to be Private Stash," and he got mad because he was like, "Well, I don't want to just be a private."
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiot.
The name would have been funny though. Would make sense.
Yes, exactly.
They
Yeah.
all had names that
Private.
made sense.
I mean, the Misfits in Action is stupid to begin with. And there's
Right.
talented people in it. There's talented people in it other than Van Hammer, but yeah, Private Stash. I should be more ranked than that. Like, no, you shouldn't.
As a matter of fact, you're lucky to be here.
Yeah, you shouldn't even have a fucking
Right.
job. You big dumb idiot.
And Monday Nitro Live.
You're an untalented Von Erich. Go fuck yourself.
December 23rd, Eddie Guerrero beat Chris Benoit to advance to the finals of the United States tournament in 1301. After that, Gene Okerlund interviewed the Four Horsemen and Deborah McMichael. Anderson said that a focused Benoit would not have lost that match. Arn said nothing is a worse feeling for a man than coming home to find his wife with another man, but he said sometimes a man deserves the wrath of a husband. Arn said he saw that rage in Kevin Sullivan last week. Arn then ripped on Benoit for not being there for him last week when he faced Sullivan. Deborah said she is sick and tired of hearing about women. She told Benoit, the next time you want to have an affair, next time let me know because I have a lot of beautiful girlfriends. You're a horseman and you don't deserve damaged goods. Benoit listened to all of it and responded. He said he doesn't appreciate all the accusations of infidelity and partying. He said they were in Europe having 18-hour meetings. How about the horsemen are falling apart? How the horsemen are falling apart. When Benoit addressed Deborah, Steve stepped in. Benoit put his hand in Steve's face and said, talk to the hand because the man don't understand. Benoit. Like, you know, my thing about Benoit and promos was he what do I want to say? All right, I want to put my words together right here. A lot of people's lack of promo ability makes them sound and look silly or stupid. Benoit's lack of promo ability made him sound real. Like he's just talking like a real dude. He's not talking like a performer,
Right, he was just angry, right? He would get pissed off and just spat out,
The only thing he would do on promos that would annoy me is the repeating. Like
at this point, though, all of the horsemen were repeating themselves every week.
Yeah.
It was the same promo for like 4 months.
Well, I'm saying repeating right after somebody says it. Like the interviewer's like, Chris Benoit, do you know Orlando Jordan says he's going to make you tap tonight? Microphone. Make me tap? Make me tap?
Right.
He used to do that a lot. But like I said, I never
also understand why you would do that. As like if he's angry. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I've done that to people. Like people have said things to me before, and I've been like, fuck me? Fuck me? No, fuck you, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to eat shit.
Me? I need to eat
shit? No, you, my friend, need to eat all the shit. It's kind of like that meme. You ever seen that girl that ordered some smoothies? You ever seen that girl? She's in the drive-thru.
I don't think so. No.
I don't even know what fast food drive-thru she's in or whatever. But there's this big long line, and this guy behind her is filming, and like 3 cars down goes like honks at her, and she's like, "I'm just trying to get my smoothies. 20 smoothies I'd ordered, but now 100 smoothies. Yes, 100 smoothies I have ordered." Like she's so mad, she's like, "Add it to the order."
Oh my God.
Just yelling at this lady that's like honking at her like 4 cars down. You got to see it. It's funny. But go ahead.
Lex Luger defeated Tombstone, aka 911 from ECW. Let's see here. He beat him in 3 minutes.
It went a 2 hours or 2 minutes and 50 seconds too long.
And Luger beat him with the torture rack.
You never realized how small 911 was until he stepped in the ring and the Giant stepped in after him. I was like, damn, this dude was a giant in ECW, and now he's just a dwarf in WCW.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't, what do I want to say? He was small on the range of big men. Yes. I mean, he's still a big dude.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Still a big dude. But Rey Mysterio beat Mr. JL at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Imagine if they would have given him 15 minutes and 50 seconds.
Right.
Or just that 3 minutes they gave you with Lex Luger and fucking
Right.
Brimstone or whatever the fuck they're calling him.
Glacier beat Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker.
Why?
Why?
The Amazing French Canadians beat the Public Enemy at 3 minutes and 30 seconds via disqualification.
Jesus. We thought Raw was bad.
Yeah, right? Big Bubba beat Conan via disqualification.
Steven Bubba's back after getting taken out by DDP. Oh, wait. That was on Aaron's show. I'm sorry. I get confused sometimes.
Steven Regal fought Dean Malenko to a 10-minute time limit draw.
Okay. Probably a good match.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was. I don't know that you could ever put those two in the ring and say that might have been a stinker.
Probably pretty goddamn good.
Jeff Jarrett beat Rick Steiner at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Fans chanted, "We want Sting." When Sting, quote unquote, came out at 2 minutes 12 seconds, it was the imposter Sting who came out instead. He set up the reverse DDT, but Rick Steiner clotheslined imposter Sting, and Jarrett pinned him for the win.
You know what I remember from this time?
What's that?
Of all the people, like with the fake Sting and his Sting joining the NWO and all that, the guy that sold it the best as being just completely confused was Rick Steiner.
Oh, definitely.
Like, Sting, I don't know what's going on with Sting, man. I don't have any fucking idea what's going on with Sting. Like he was completely fucking.
Why is Sting acting like this?
Why is he in the rafters? What the hell's going with Sting? What's going on with you? Like he had no fucking idea.
He just wanted his buddy back.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing about Rick Steiner. He doesn't get enough credit because that dude's actually smart. You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, he's actually book smart and everything like that. And I've said this all the time. Like it takes, like in comedy, it takes a really smart comedian to play somebody stupid.
Right.
You know? Like Steve Carell. Steve Carell plays a perfect idiot because he's fucking great at his job.
Or another example in wrestling, Nick Dinsmore.
Yeah.
Nick Dinsmore did a great job as Eugene wrestling.
Oh, without a doubt.
He did a great job as Eugene wrestling as an idiot because he's not an idiot. He's a fantastic wrestler. Right. You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and that's kind of like with Steiner. Like he played the idiot so well because he was a smart guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's just I remember like going back and watching. It's like Rick Steiner had no fucking idea what this character was like. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, why is he in the rafters? Where is he at? Sting, where you at? Like he did a great job.
In the closing segment, I'm sorry, Hulk Hogan came out for a show closing segment. Hogan said Piper sent him a memo saying he is the icon. Piper's music started and Eric Bischoff came out dressed as Piper. Hogan pretended to be scared as Bischoff imitated Piper. Bischoff said, "I had no right to be in the ring with you at WrestleMania." He then said Hogan is a better man. Hogan told Bischoff Piper, "He's not doing that funny sissy thing with his hand when he talks." Jesus. Nick Patrick entered the ring and counted to 3 as Bischoff laid on his back and Hogan counted his shoulders down. Bischoff bowed at his feet. A bagpipe band came out and the real Roddy Piper followed. They exchanged punches. The NWO then hit the ring and teamed up on Piper as Sting looked on from the rafters. So
what does that even mean?
What's that?
You're not doing that funny sissy thing with your hand when you talk. What does that mean?
Well, through this whole thing, Hogan kind of alluded. Hogan always took the skirt as Piper being gay too far and made it almost stupid. You know, like Bobby Heenan called it a skirt, but he never said you're wearing a skirt and you're gay. You know, it's like okay.
Always meaning like he wasn't limp wristed or whatever.
Right.
Well, Piper used to use his hands a lot during this time in WCW when he would cut a promo. So maybe he meant like the way Piper would point and do, you know.
No, I think he was alluding to the fact that he wasn't being loose, like loose wristed, like a gay person. And again, Hogan's very heavy handed with that crap during this whole thing. You know, this feud. Aaron, we've talked about it on the show before how Hogan and Piper, a lot of times the stuff would be good until you got to the match. They would also, though, as they got closer and closer to a match, run out of shit to do. Yeah. And then you have something silly like this. They should have just left this at Hogan cuts a promo, Piper cuts a promo, the big match is coming up. You know, instead of doing some silly, stupid skit like this.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Nitro, folks.
Or let's go ahead and not have them feud all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Maybe work with somebody else and get another guy over. I don't know.
All right, let's see here. Only one house show.
Maybe Roddy Piper would have been able to maybe get another fucking heel over. Like, I don't know, maybe Roddy Piper feuds with Scott Hall or Roddy Piper feuds with Kurt Hennig. I always got to be comes back and fucking feuds with Hogan. Jesus.
Right.
Get a fucking original idea, Eric.
It's probably in their contract.
It's like you guys don't like each other. Why do you keep working with each other? Anyway.
Right.
Well, and Hogan and Piper have the world's longest pissing match anyway. You know, they essentially had a pissing match for like 15 years, and at no point, other than the original feud, the original 1985 feud, did they ever? What do I want to say? I mean, they drew a couple of big pay-per-views and stuff, but they never advanced anything. Like you said, it's always treading water with them. They're just having a constant pissing match. And it's not that once in a while it didn't produce some good TV or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's because at first they're like, okay, this time it'll be different. Then by the time they get into it, it starts becoming just two old fucks that can't give up on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even it's a funny line, but even like when Piper goes in the Hall of Fame, he puts over Hogan. He's like, I was always jealous of Hogan. Wasn't for the hair, but I was always jealous of him. You know, it's a funny line, but it's like even there, he's just like,
It's still the pissing match, yeah.
Hogan and him went in at the same time, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
they went in the same year.
Because Hogan gets a couple times where he can't. Two guys fuck with him and he can't say anything. It's it wasn't the hair, and then when Austin's like, I got a can of whoop ass in the locker room in there. It's got Hulk Hogan's name on it, and then he spins around.
Yeah, but that was when Brett got inducted, though.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just
2 times in the Hall of Fame, Hogan had to just fucking eat
it. Sit there and eat it. Yep.
Because he can't go out there after Piper and then make a joke about Piper. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're headlining now. You can't just make fun of the guy that just made fun of you. And then he's got to sit there because he's already put Mean Gene in. Fucking Austin just looks right at him. Good.
The only house show I got here, December 13th in Siegen, Germany. WCW, Booty Man beat Disco Inferno in the opener.
I'm just thinking of these German people seeing Booty Man come out.
Scheiße.
9.
Glacier beat Mortis in a match with almost all martial arts moves and very little wrestling. Eddie Guerrero pinned Chris Benoit.
Banger.
The American males beat the Public Enemy.
As they should.
Let's see, the German announcer explained that because the males signed their contract to wrestle a match before their breakup, they had to fulfill their commitment. When that didn't work, they said the males were tired of beating on each other and wanted to team again. No one bought it at all.
God.
Okay. Six beat Big Bubba. Yeah, I know. It's stupid. As I'm reading it, I'm like, what am I reading?
Yeah.
It probably made more sense in German. Six beat Big Bubba in what was said to be a terrible match.
Well, of course. Why would you put those two people together?
Right.
They're apart. Fantastic. But who wants to watch Sean Waltman
Wrestle Ray Trailer? Yeah,
nobody.
Nobody. Apparently, they thought the Germans did.
No.
Yet.
Yeah.
Too hot.
And in the main event, there's a team. Alex Wright and Lex Luger. I mean, I guess I know why they put Alex Wright in the main event.
Yeah, people are like, finally, something we like.
Right.
Alex Wright and Lex Luger beat Harlem Heat in the main event.
Wow.
And Alex Wright, like I said, I've said this 100 times. The gimmick sucked, but that dude was a fucking hell of a talent.
Absolutely.
Like, I think his career, if he wouldn't have had such a good contract with WCW, where he wouldn't have wanted to leave, if Vince McMahon and the WWE could have got WWF at the time could have got a hold of Alex Wright, I think he would have had a totally different career.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. I think people would be talking about that guy a lot more if he would have wound up actually working for the WWF.
I agree.
I agree with that as well.
He was always one of the guys that I constantly had wondered about after the sale. You know, why did he never come in? I mean, did he ever do anything with TNA? I don't.
I think he just went.
No.
As far as I know, he just went home. He just went back to Germany.
No, the Wall went to TNA, which was his bodyguard for that little bit in WCW, but he just went home.
He just went back to Germany and started his school. But I think if that guy would have wound up in Vince land, it would have been a total. I think people, like I said, I just think people would be talking about him differently. Like, imagine like Alex Wright versus like Bret Hart. Like, if a Bret Hart was like, oh, that guy, yeah, I can do something with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or Alex Wright versus Owen Hart. That type, not keep bringing up a Hart, but I think it would have been. I'm not saying he would have been like fucking WWF champion or anything, but
right.
I think he would have been.
He would have had a better career than he did.
Yeah.
Well, there's no ECW news, so let's run down ECW TV here real quick. Aired on 12/20/96. Joel Gertner opened the show by reviewing Raven's title win in his usual alliterative style. Raven's triumphant crucifix pose after his title win was added to the opening montage. Joey Styles plugged the Rio Holiday Hell Tour and again complained about the WWF using that name for their tour. He then introduced the most eagerly anticipated mixed tag matchup in the history of our great sport. It is Tommy Dreamer and Beulah defeating Shane Douglas and Francine. We'll read the notes here. Dreamer was so out of shape and or banged up that he had noticeable trouble executing basic wrestling maneuvers like a bridge and a full body slam. Dreamer grabbed Francine from underneath by the crotch, which was digitized in post-production. Douglas broke up an attempt by Dreamer to razor's edge Francine. Finally, the women were tagged into the shrill cry of Joey Styles, "We've got a cat fight!" Francine hit Beulah with a pan from behind. Dreamer pile drove Francine, whose breasts fell out of her top, again, digitized in post-production. Dreamer then grabbed her hand and put it on his crotch and forcefully made her pantomime fellatio while the fans chanted ECW. Man, ECW probably couldn't exist today, huh?
Nope.
Dreamer then body slammed Francine and went to the top rope. Beulah stopped him and executed a primitive-looking moonsault on Francine's legs. As Dreamer and Beulah posed, Douglas attacked Dreamer and belly-to-belly suplexed Beulah. And the comment from Wade Keller here is a really creepy match and a bad match to boot.
Right.
And you know, by reading it, again, it's one of those things when you watched it back then.
I feel skeevy just listening to it.
Right. Exactly.
Put her hand on his crotch. How many times did that happen in this match?
It's like, pulled a flare.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
That's why he put up for Flair so bad on the dark side of the ring.
Yeah, I did
Who
that
among
shit
us-
in front of 1,500 people.
Who among us hasn't done this before, Tommy?
Yes.
Come on now, Tommy.
But yeah, like I said, doesn't age well. That some of ECW ages fine, and then things like this don't age well. But then, what's that?
I still enjoy it though.
Yeah, no, it's still fun to watch. But then, like I said, you just watch it and you kind of cringe and go, "Oof, man, sheesh."
I know, but it's like going back to like comedy. It's like watching an old comedy. Like if you watch fucking Kentucky Fried Movie now, you're like, "Ooh, that's rough." Like you would never be able to put that up in a theater now.
It's still funny though.
No, it's absolutely still funny.
Yeah,
Still
to me,
freaking
it's so
funny.
fucking funny.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem why there aren't funny movies anymore.
Right.
When's the last time you saw a new, funny, really funny comedy movie? I mean, some of them have moments.
I haven't watched a new movie and
Right.
I don't remember the last new movie I watched. I actually do remember the last new movie I watched. It was that Star Wars movie I went and watched with Nate and his kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it? The Last Jedi? Whichever the last one was.
No,
Rise of Skywalker.
no.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that one with you either. It was the one that was like a standalone movie.
Oh,
okay.
Rogue One.
But yeah, that's the last new movie I've watched. Rogue One, and that was what 2000. I don't know, 15.
It was a while back.
Movies suck.
Yeah,
TV's
new movies.
the way to go. TV's
New
the
movies are terrible. A promo aired with Shane Douglas and Francine where Douglas brags sarcastically about pinning Beulah. Hype Central with Joe Gertner aired as Gertner listed antonyms comparing himself and the viewers. A video recap aired of Douglas's antics since his return from the WWF to the tune of Metallica's Unforgiven. Footage aired of a tag match in December 93 when Douglas turned on Dreamer and hit him in the head with a chain. Hey, we just recently watched that on Reliving the Extreme. Anyway, Styles claimed Dreamer had the same chain in his hand after the mixed tag match. A Blue World Order segment aired where Blue Meanie claimed that the old ladies are turning tricks at the bingo hall to get a Tickle Me Meanie doll for their grandkids. That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. I also liked when he'd have a chicken bone as a toothpick.
Yeah. Hollywood Nova talked so much Big Daddy Stevie put his hand over his mouth and then plugged the BWO t-shirts. He said if you buy 1 million shirts, you get one free, and closed by screaming, buy the shirt, a la Nash.
Buy the shirt. Buy the shirt.
And then Taz beat Rob Van Dam. Taz hit a German suplex and applied Taz missions. Van Dam fought hard but ultimately succumbed. So there you go. That is ECW TV. We got some cringeworthy stuff with Dreamer and Douglas and their crew, and we got some good jokes from Blue Meanie. So, and I'm sure the Dreamer Taz match or the Van Dam Taz match was pretty darn good. And on that note, let's take a break, and then we'll do indie results, and then we'll be done.
Sounds good.
Okay. Ugh.
Oh, you're still there? I thought you walked away.
Huh?
I didn't know you were still there. I thought you walked away to go to the bathroom or something.
No.
Got so quiet, I wasn't sure.
I was just checking some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
How's the holiday shopping treating you?
Shitty. I'm ready for it to be over.
I'm sure.
It's just always busy, and I know busy's good, but it's like
Right.
I'm ready for it to be done.
Oh, of course.
Just
One more
ready
day.
for it. I know, but actually, the 26th is just as bad.
Right.
You
Sales
got
start. People want to return shit.
They want to return shit. They want to use their gift cards. It's just
Right.
a whole fucking thing.
Yep.
Just
I
ready
learned my
for
lesson years ago. Years ago, I said when I want to do that, it will be 1 week after Christmas. I will not go the day after Christmas. It just doesn't pay off.
Yeah, I'm just ready for January. January, everything goes back to normal.
Right.
Everybody's. What's that?
No, the thing that freaks me out is you see these people in the stores with this look on their face like they're angry about something. And then they're really not angry, but they're just mad at the world. You know what I mean? So you got to be, all right, I'll be on extra good behavior. I don't want to argue with anybody or anything like that. But then they just look to push for a fight. I watched a woman argue with the checkout lady about nothing. The woman literally, you didn't pack my groceries the right way. I don't see my cereal. The lady's like, it's in your cart already, ma'am. No, but I don't think you packed it the right way. All right, ma'am, I'll take it out and I'll repack it for you. No, I need to see, ma'am, we can handle it. It's no big deal. Let's calm down. All right, I just need to get out of here. I'm in a hurry. I'm like, why did you come to the biggest supermarket there is? That's what convenience stores are for if you want it to be so quick.
And the shit happens at the same time every year. It's the same day every year.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. I'm just ready for it to be done.
I
ready for it to be done and over with.
I agree.
Plus, I got like some kind of chest thing going on. It's like,
I heard you coughing. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be all right. I just need to, like, on Christmas Day, I'm doing nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to just, when I get off of work on Christmas Eve, I'm going to come home. I'm going to sit down in my fucking recliner. I'm going to drink my beer, watch my TV, fall asleep when I fall asleep, and then I'm going to wake up when I wake up. If I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm awake. And if I wake up at fucking 6 o'clock in the evening, I'll just go, all right, I'm not doing jack shit. Probably the most I'm doing is taking Nate his gift,
right,
and then coming right back home. I don't want to go to anybody's parties. I want to go see my grandma, but I'm sick, so I don't want to go see my grandma when I'm sick. So it is what it is. But I don't know what the shit is, but I went and got like a fucking like at home COVID thing because I was like, I want to make sure I don't have fucking COVID, and it came back. It came back negative for that. So I was like,
good, thank God.
Probably just got a flu or bronchitis or something. I'll be all right. Just a good day of just, like I said, Christmas, just sleeping. I'll be better. I just got no time. There's no rest for the wicked or whatever you want to say. You know what I
mean? Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Christmas, I'm out. I'm done. I'm asleep.
I don't blame you. I'm planning on doing a lot of that on the 26th myself.
Yeah.
I don't go back to work until the 29th. I work the 29th and 30th, and then I have the 31st and the 1st off, and then back to work like usual. So I'm just, looking to use as much away time as possible.
Yeah. Like I got a couple steaks that I'm going to get ready before I go to work tomorrow. It'll be here when I get off of work. I'm going to eat those steaks, drink beer, go to sleep, and wake up whenever I wake up.
Right.
Be a good day.
And I don't blame you. And you deserve it. You and Nate work your asses off.
Wow. Like I sent Nate, did you get my text?
Let me see. I haven't checked my text messages.
That's what that store did today.
That's insane.
Not this week. Not in the last 3 days. Today. Read it to Archie. Tell him how much.
400 and wait.
Wait, no, it's higher than that. It's the bold black numbers.
Oh, today. Okay. I saw the last year thing. $567,859.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
In a store in a town that has 11,000 people in it.
Which means everybody in Salina was at Walmart today.
Pretty much. Like if you broke it down, it would be everybody that's in Salina, plus the outlining areas.
Mm-hmm.
All fucking go there. It's like,
actually people from here probably go to that Walmart because this one sucks too.
But it's just
honestly,
like, it's like, God damn it, go home, go home. Like I think I've seen you twice today. Go home.
I also think it's funny. It says, "Hi, Aaron. How can I help?" You can ask things like, "Where are tortillas?"
Yeah. Well, I know where the tortillas are at. I want to know sales. Where is milk? That's one of the questions. Where is milk?
In the milk cooler?
God damn, it's too busy. Like I don't mind busy. I'm used to busy in that store. That store makes fucking $97 million a year, and I've been there for 7.5 years. I'm used to it. Or I'm tired of it. Just make sure you delete the work stuff out of that.
Oh, yeah, I won't be in there.
All right.
Let me write this time down. Now that we have put a button on WWF, WCW, and ECW this week, like I said, not a lot of news. Had some TV results and stuff there. A good Van Hammer story. But now we get to Archie's favorite moment. Independent highlights.
Yes!
Indie results here on Slice of Time. And this is always fun to dig into the indie results from 25 years ago. This stuff is from the week of both November 24th to the 30th and December 1st to December 7th.
Best Christmas present ever.
I think some weeks Archie says, "Are there indie results?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, I can't make it tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm only here for the indie results, folks.
Here we go. Ultimate Championship Wrestling. November 27th in KC, South Carolina at Checkers Nightclub. Sounds like a strip club. Yeah. 150 in attendance. Uh-oh. This guy's ripping this off because this ain't the real one. Dynamite Kid pinned JJ Justice. It's like, how dare you, indie man, take the good goddamn name of the Dynamite Kid.
I wonder if he's like Dynamite Kid.
Right.
Dynamite
Kid.
DJ Taylor pinned Mike McQuinn. Nightmare on Elm Street beat Freedom Fighter. Here's the worst part. That means Nightmare on Elm Street is a guy, not a team.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like American Warrior and defeated American Warrior and this guy. But it's like, he's just Nightmare on Elm Street. And
probably
he is in a shitty Freddy Krueger outfit. It's like, this is not even original. Like, it wasn't original when Doug Gilbert did it. and Eddie did it. But they were ripping off a ripoff. Like they were ripping off something original.
Right.
We're ripping off the guys that ripped off something else. Makes it worse is probably Dynamite Kid and the Mask. This fucking guys never had an original idea.
He's also going to wrestle as Doink later, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
The Desperados fought Justice Incorporated to a double disqualification.
Now, see, that would have made more sense to Desperados for A Nightmare on Elm Street, but
Desert Warrior pinned Hot Shot Johnny Blitz to capture
That's a good name.
the UCW TV title. Or no,
I
heavyweight
actually
title.
Hot Shot Johnny Blitz.
I
Hot
like
Shot
that name.
Johnny Blitz.
You're the only one. Well, him and you and this guy. Hot Shot Johnny Blitz.
Yeah.
And DJ
Comes in the
Taylor.
bar.
Uh-oh.
Comes in the bar, has a couple shots, dances with your girl.
Johnny's
He's
Blitz.
Johnny's
Yeah.
Blitz.
DJ Taylor won a battle royal in the main event.
Good for him. He deserved it.
The Ringside Wrestling Alliance, November 27th in Portage, Indiana, at the American Legion Hall. Black Diamond beat Alan Scott Cruiser via disqualification.
I thought that was going to be a women's match.
Paralyzer.
Black Diamond,
Yeah. Paralyzer beat Prime Cut Johnny Poison via disqualification.
Prime cut.
You know he comes out to shot at the devil.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Either that or dressed like a butcher. What you want? I get you a nice New York strip. What you want?
Hey, you want a nice cut of salami there?
Yay.
Get you a prime cut.
Ricky Von Erich beat Angel Armani to win the Indiana State title.
I have a feeling he's not a Von Erich.
No, he's still alive.
I know, it has all his feet.
It's a real sad situation with my family. He's probably a better Von Erich than Lance, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see, where are we at here? Billy Wilde beat Bone Crusher Jackson.
Okay.
Paralyzer fought Predator to a double countout. Here's a nice indie name, Luscious Leroy. And Alan Scott Cruiser beat Black Diamond and Sputnik Stevens.
Why do I picture Luscious Leroy coming out to the ring in these ripped tights that he didn't rip out on purpose? They're just really old, dirty tights that are ripped. And he's trying to act all sexy, but like he looks like just, I don't know, like Joey Ryan meets, Latin Lover.
Or he's probably old.
Luscious Leroy is an actual predator.
Right. Exactly.
The other guy's just doing a gimmick. Luscious Leroy, he's living it. He's the
He's
actual predator.
He's on a list.
He's on a list.
It's not a list.
Anytime they book a high school or a fucking middle school, you can't go.
He's not allowed. Right.
You're not allowed to go.
And Jimmy Valiant beat Specialist Don Spartan. Don't know what he's a specialist at, but Continental Wrestling Alliance, November 29th in Dallas, Texas at the Sportatorium. 500 in attendance.
Ooh.
Wild Bill Irwin beat Al Jackson.
Okay.
Black Bart beat One Man Gang.
Ugh.
Aaron, I think your lungs on the floor.
The Sicilian Studs beat Maniac Mike Davis and Hotshot Cassidy. And Action Jackson. What's that?
Yeah, this is a second hot shot. What's going on?
Yeah.
And Action Jackson beat Crusher Kong via disqualification. Man, One Man Gang and Black Bart. I bet that was atrocious. And I mean, I'm an Akeem fan. I'm a fan of George Gray, but this is 96.
This is 96.
He's in the ring again.
Gray.
Yeah, and he's in the ring against Black Bart. Yeah, that was probably terrible. Carolina Championship Wrestling, November 28th in Kannapolis, North Carolina at Rodeo's Nightclub. Kannapolis. David Osborne fought Thunder Tiger to a draw. David,
I'd say his first name's like Lucian. I'm Lucian Thunder Tiger.
His tag team partner is Lightning Lion.
The ultimate dinosaur. David Isley and Big Cheese.
David Isley. This dude, that Isley, man, he's all over the place.
He seems to
Big
be too.
Cheese. Big Cheese.
Big Cheese. Yeah. You know his gimmick. You know what his gimmick is.
He's a mob boss.
Those guys too in indie wrestling, they always have a suit on that doesn't really fit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, can't close it.
Yeah.
A fedora that looks like it's been sitting in Lost and Found for like 4 months.
Probably was.
A cigar that was on the floor, and he just picked up, I need this as my gimmick.
Well, they beat Nick of Time and Cruel Connection #1.
I feel like I remember these people.
Yeah, Nick of Time and Cruel Connection #1. We questioned why Cruel Connection #1 wasn't with Cruel Connection #2 because he had another tag match later on.
I think it's this. I think it's the same guy.
Yeah,
probably. Beastmaster Rick Link and Kevin Kirby and Tim Jackson fought Leon El Gigante, Grunge Master, and Star Rider to a double disqualification.
God
was this
damn
a luchador's match?
That's too much.
Yeah,
Leon El Gigante. Leon the Giant.
Starfucker and who was it?
Grunge Master.
That's too much.
Yeah.
You can't have two masters in the same match. He said Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. There's too much gimmick going on here.
What I want to know is why did he have to be the Beastmaster Ricky Link right from the name to be Beastmaster?
Yeah.
You know.
It's too much.
This one match took up the whole match card. Like, who else is fighting? We couldn't fit anybody else. Those guys got big names.
Couldn't fit anybody's fucking else's name on the fucking poster.
It's got this match listed and more.
And more. With a picture of Bushwhacker Luke on it.
And he's not even there.
Right.
Pyro beat the Gladiator.
Okay.
Gene Ligon and Mad Max.
Gene Lickett?
Ligon.
Yeah, Ligon.
Isn't Gene Ligon, wasn't he a jobber on TBS?
Probably.
Well, they beat...
Should be with a name like that.
They beat the Cannon and One Man Posse. Yeah, right. That's what I said. I was like, okay.
Yeah, you have to say one man's posse is another guy's girlfriend.
That's good. That's good. He couldn't have mixed it up a little bit better, though. One
right.
Posse couldn't have been like I don't know, single fella posse or something like that. You know,
singular male posse. The Ring Lords beat L.A. Stevens and Gary Royal in the main event.
The Ring Lords.
International Pro Wrestling, November 30th in New Britain, Connecticut at the Sports Palace. Punisher pinned Sweet Pea Simpson. I'm sorry. Why am I apologizing? Anyway, Sweet Pea Simpson.
I like it better Sweet Pea Stevens, though.
Rolls off the tongue better. That's why I said it that way.
Sweet Pea Simpson. You think he was a shucker and jiver?
Probably.
I'm not trying to be.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. He came out to Brick House or Atomic Dog.
That's like it's no way it's a white guy.
No,
Sweet Simpson is not a white guy, and he's out there shucking and jiving, man. Guarantee
Why
it.
must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat?
Green tights, yellow boots,
Yep.
black vest, sunglasses, a Jerry curl.
The Bad Boys,
Where the
which is
white
rock.
women at?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm Sweet Pea Stevens. No, you're Sweet Pea Simpson. Get it right. Oh, damn.
The Bad Boys, which are Rocky Shore and Danny Justice, beat TNT and White Trash. Dave Powers pinned Handsome Frank Stiletto.
Uh-huh.
Brick Bronski pinned Julio Sanchez.
Bronski.
I bet he was a heel.
Bronski or Julio? Julio Sanchez.
Julio Sanchez. I bet he was a heel, and he fought really dirty.
He was a dirty Sanchez.
Dirty
He was a
Sanchez.
dirty Sanchez. Well played, Mr. Maxson. Well played.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Brick Bronski then defeated Dave Powers to become the first IPW heavyweight champion.
And the only.
Rick Fuller beat the Convict.
Was that nails?
I don't know. Rick Fuller did shit in WCW. He was one of the Balukas they put up against Lex Luger.
Yeah, and then he was always on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Always. Like he was the guy that would fight like Luger or whatever
The Giant.
Yeah, whatever babyface they were gonna put out there in the main event. Or not even the main event, the match like right below the main event. Like, all right, Rick Steiner's here and he's gonna fight Rick Fuller because Rick Fuller's a bigger guy.
Yeah. And he played his role well. I have no hate on Rick Fuller. He was fine. He was fine.
Yeah, I ain't hating on him. I'm just saying, like, if I'm Rick Fuller and I know the WWF has no interest in me at all, and WCW's like, hey, once a month, we want you to show up in fucking Florida.
You're gonna be on a Nitro and a Saturday night main event,
Yeah, and work 4 times and put over Lex. You're gonna put over Lex Luger. You're gonna put over Rick Steiner, and you're gonna put over Craig Pittman, and then you're gonna put over, or then you get to beat Alex Wright. You're like, okay,
yeah,
right.
How much is that gonna be? Oh, we'll pay you $150,000 a year. All right.
I'm in. Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I was wrestling the fucking Convict. I was wrestling the Convict in Dick Sucker, Alabama. So I'm down for this shit.
Man, you had me at beat Alex Wright. I didn't know $150K.
So yeah, I don't hate on any of those guys that took that WCW.
No. Not at all.
One of them. Good for them.
Public Enemy's Rocco Rock beat Dean Powers.
Okay.
Bam Bam Bigelow pinned Boo Bradley.
So Bam Bam and balls.
Yeah. And 911 beat Brick Bronski. So Rick Bronski won their title on this night and wound out the night losing to 911. Yeah.
Right.
Why wouldn't you main event Bam Bam and Boo?
Right. I don't know. That's a good question. That would be,
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the best.
Unless I mean, us
on the entire show would be Bam.
Unless us not knowing how we're digging way too deep into a random indie card from '96, but not knowing how the card was shaped or how the event went down. Maybe Brick Bronski came out at the end of the night and cut a shitty ass promo and put the people down, and then 911 came out and kicked his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to overanalyze something for
we definitely did, but that's fine. All right, December 6th, the IWA in Crenshaw, Mississippi at the gym.
At the gym.
One of our recent favorites here on Slice of Time, Ripley Prim beat Chris Frazier.
Ripley Prim. Yes. Disgusting name. It's disgusting.
The last time we talked about it, you remember we said it sounded like something you have, like you have a Ripley
That's what I'm
Prim.
saying. It's a disgusting name. Man, I took this chick home last night. She was super hot. But when I woke up in the morning, took my shower, and I got out and looked in the mirror, my sack had a Ripley Prim on it.
Reggie B. Fine beat Tango via reverse decision.
Tango.
Where's Cash?
I was to say, did he get the team with Kid Cash? Tango and Cash.
Thunder and Black Dragon beat the Sniper and V-Man.
Tom Vank. He was I remember him. You don't think I remember this shit, do you?
No, we do. We do.
I retain knowledge.
It's funny every time. Tom Vank.
We don't.
I don't typically laugh at my own stuff, but you know why I think it was so funny? Because I matter of factly said it like it's a true thing.
Tom Vank.
Like I said something last week. I said something last week, and in my mind that wasn't true, but now in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, it's Tom Vank. Everybody knows
Tom Vank.
Like shit, that's funny.
It isn't true, but in my mind,
It's in your mind. You've decided. It's been decided. Reggie B. Fine beat IWA champion Coco Beware in a non-title match.
I think I remember Reggie B. Fine.
Yeah, I've heard
He was.
He was like a little black guy.
He was in Memphis for a minute.
Yeah, he was like a shitty looking version of Brickhouse Brown, if I remember right.
Yes, well, he looked like a mix of Brickhouse Brown and young Coco Ware, like PYT Coco Ware.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
The Dragon beat Sergeant Lewis and Clarence Klippenbach. That was easy for me to say.
Clarence Klippenbach?
Clarence Klippenbach.
Man, I haven't heard of that guy in forever. No, I don't know who you're talking about.
All right, last event of the evening. The European Wrestling Federation, December 1st in Laval, France, 300 in attendance. The promoter's name, I shit you not, is Flesh Gordon.
Ugh,
Sounds like a porn star.
porno star.
Yep. Now, Flesh, when you bed her, make sure she's facing the camera. No problem, boss.
Say when you bed her.
Yes. I didn't want to be crude on the air.
I don't say that in porn.
I didn't want to be crude on the air, okay?
Now we want it to be believable when you court her.
In the buttocks.
Hey, Flesh Gordon, when you're raw dogging the bitch, make sure she's looking at me. Go ahead. You bed her.
Sorry for trying to be refined for once.
Ivan Le Paracomando
Ooh.
beat Smarty's Kids.
Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Wait a second.
I did not make that up. I did not make that up.
Repeat what you just said. Repeat what you
Repeat
just
the first
said.
name. Repeat the first name.
Okay.
Repeat it.
Give me a second. It was tough enough the first time when I wasn't laughing. Ivan Le Paracomando beat Smarty's Kids.
This is a tag team match?
I don't fucking know.
It
No,
sounds like,
no, hold
like
on.
the French thing would be
Aaron.
like the Panda Commanders beat the Panda Commanders beat the Smarties Kids.
Right.
I understand a Panda Commander. What
Now,
a
hold on,
Smarties Kid.
The Panda Commanders, or whatever the hell their name are, Yvonne, whatever, sound like a main event team or singles wrestler, and then all of a sudden they're facing
Yeah.
Smarties kids. Like, what the fuck happened here?
They sound like a fucking little kids show.
Yeah.
Oh, Smarties is on.
Smarties Kids is on. They're being beaten down by Ivan Le Paracommando.
The Panda Commanders.
The Panda Commander.
Man.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I gotta Google those people.
Right?
Flesh Gordon and Bernard Van Dam beat Golden Falcons.
He's part of the fucking show.
Right.
Baron Van Dam, he's just part of the fucking show. He ain't the whole fucking show. He's just part of it. But he beat who? Sorry.
Flesh Gordon and Bernard Van Dam beat Golden Falcons. Oh, man, that's funny.
BVD. This doesn't make the same kind of impact as RVD.
BVD.
BVD.
Cannibalists and Bad Boy Slim beat Ted Fly and Jean-Philippe de Loganzo.
Oh.
I love how you have some guy with just some simple name, and then here's this guy with this big, long French name.
Right. The first guy's name was the Cannibalist.
Cannibalus. It's spelled like cannibal, and then
Right.
with US at the end of it. Cannibalus.
So does he, like, his gimmick is he eats people?
I don't know. I assume that's supposed to be the thing. Like
That's the worst gimmick I've ever heard of, even from friends. Like,
and the funny thing is he's teaming with Bad Boy Slim.
Right. Well, Slim stayed skinny so he wouldn't get eaten. I ain't getting no way around this fucker.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the pandas.
And Smarties Kids.
Smarties Kids. I don't know what that is.
Prince Zeffy beat Scotty Ryder.
Prince Zeffy.
Zeffy.
Who came up with these
Zeffy.
names?
Apparently Flesh Gordon did.
Mm-hmm.
But Flesh Gordon and Van Dam in the main event beat Cannibalists and Bad Boy Slim. So there you go. It's a crazy French card there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
To round us out this week.
Sorry to interrupt, but I Googled Smarties Kids.
Oh, good.
And obviously the Smarties candies came up first.
Mm-hmm.
But then Little Smarties Preschool came up. And then it goes to, they were banned in the U.S. No, that's Smarties the candy. Sorting Smarties. What? Kids are actually doing this. What the fuck? Okay. I went down a rabbit hole here.
Archie's going to be up till 3 a.m. now reading about all this stuff.
That French show made my face hurt.
Right.
It was a hell of a way to end the broadcast of this week's edition of Slice of Time. Aaron, Archie, I want to thank you guys for joining me this week. I appreciate it.
Oh no, thank you for having us on. That was brilliant.
And ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have a great week. We will be back probably later in the week this week with the next edition of Slice of Time. And until then, we will see you next time around, everybody. 25 years ago in professional wrestling.